So, 14 years and what am I at now? Just over 300,000 kilometers. So how is the car actually holding up? It's holding up fantastically, actually. When I first purchased my 2005 Saab 9.5 Aero, I did have to do some work to it. Obviously, there was a lot of preventative maintenance that was not done initially or through the previous owners. So, one was replacing all the vacuum lines and the one-way valves. What else? Needed a new catalytic converter, which I made arrangements with the dealer that I bought the car from in order, in regards to changing that. Initially, they had thought that it was the turbo, so they replaced the turbo, they replaced the ignition cassette, they replaced the spark plugs, the boost control valve, the boost controller. None of those were actually the issue, it was just the plugged cat. However, they also gave me all the old parts, so I actually have a stockpile of parts too. Woohoo! Let's see, what else have I had to do over the past little while? I've only had the car for 2 years. I bought it with 200,000 kilometers on it, so I've put 100,000 kilometers on in 2 years. Oh man, it's a lot of driving. Anyway, with that said, I've replaced the rotors and pads. Haven't had any issues with any calipers. I've replaced stabilizer links. I replaced one rear strut assembly, so the spring and the shock together. Tires, I religiously, 90% of my driving is highway, so I religiously do my oil changes, full synthetic Dexos, every 7,500 kilometers. I could stretch that further. The oil's not even jet black whenever I get the oil changes done. However, just to be on the safe side, I get it done every 7,500 kilometers. And yeah, I really haven't had any issues. I had to replace the headlights once. Actually, sorry, twice, because I cheaped out and got really super ultra cheap AliExpress grade headlights, HIDs, D1S, and yeah, they only lasted, or actually no, sorry, they weren't even from AliExpress, that's right. They were from, there's a Chinese mall in Ontario, well, in Scarborough, Ontario, Pacific Mall. I went to one of their stores, and I think the lights lasted maybe 6 months, somewhere around there. So the next batch that I bought, I actually purchased them from Amazon, and they've been holding up great for the past, I'd have to go back and look at the video that I did of the unboxing. I don't remember. It's been a while though, and the headlights have been perfectly great. I replaced one of the turn signal bulbs went out, so I replaced the pair of those. Other than that, I haven't honestly had any issues with the car. Oh, and I got a new battery just the other day, actually. I noticed that when I was starting the car, all the inside displays would start to dim, in out, in out, in out. So we're getting a cold snap, which is supposed to start tomorrow, so I knew it was time to get that done, so I spent the $200 Canadian and replaced the battery. I only had a choice of 2 batteries, $200 or more expensive, so yeah, but other than that, I mean, the car drives great, transmission shifts well, everything works, paddle shifting, sport function, touch screen, the navigation, GPS signal. Yeah, 300,259 kilometers, and people always go on about how Saabs are so unreliable, and oh, I feel bad for you, you bought a Saab, and blah, blah, blah. You know what, a car's a car. If you keep up with the maintenance and you don't let things slide, the cars can last an extremely long time. Saabs are a little different, I'll admit that, in regards to everything on the car is basically a system that relies on other systems to function correctly. So if you don't keep up with stuff, you're just going to end up grenading a whole bunch of other things and just causing more issues that you could have easily prevented if you just jumped on it. For example, with my battery, I noticed not only were things getting dim when I was starting the car, but I could hear relays buzzing. So I could have easily fried a relay, and that would have just exasperated into a whole other issue. Exasperated is probably not even the right word. I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea. It would have caused more problems than necessary. I replaced the battery, and none of the relays are buzzing anymore. Everything's good. Transmission actually shifts better as well, which I find really, really odd. It's a lot smoother. Yeah, the car starts up a lot faster, obviously, because there's more juice in the battery. But like I said, just when there's an issue, don't ignore it. Keep on top of your maintenance, and the cars can last an extremely long time. I've never had a car hit 300,000 kilometers, and the way the car is driving right now, and I don't see any reason why it won't hit 500,000 kilometers. Yeah, just as long as you keep up with the maintenance and everything, you should be good to go. So that's my quick take on 14-year-old 300,000 kilometer Saab 9.5 Aero. One thing I forgot to mention is I had the valve cover gasket replaced as well. So that's all the maintenance and quote-unquote repair that I've done. Whoa, that truck just spit a bunch of stuff at my windshield. Yeah, so, overall, over the past 2 years, I really haven't had to dump that much money on the car, considering the fact that it is a 14-year-old car. Yeah, so there you have it.